Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from Sort of Interesting, and today you're joining me on board good old narrowboat Abel's Ark, and my goodness me, for the summer we've actually got some sunny boating footage to see today. So some of you may realise that my videos have got all out of sequence over the last 6 weeks or so, so we're going to go way back to when the boat was down by Wixall, one of the W places around here, and I want to start this video, again even more out of sequence just in this video, with just a very short little bit of a boat trip with my dad and my little sister on board. That's just a nice little moment to start with, but then we're going to have a look at some extraordinary sights from an absolutely beautiful part of the canal. Let's get stuck in. Right, we've got 2 VIPs on board. Let's go boating. First stop, the lift bridge on the way to Whitchurch. Hello! So, my sister's in the front of the boat. Boat's scraping along the edge here, and I've got my dad put to work winding up the bridge there. It's all good. So I'm just running back to the boat. Dad and my sister in the car, but somebody's left their bag on the boat, which we didn't discover until we'd walked back off in that direction. Yes, I'll let you guess who it is when you see the backpack. Well, it did take me a moment to find the backpack, and I couldn't see it at first, but here it is out under the front cover. Right, let's carry on. So I just wanted to share that nice simple little moment of life with you there. And as you know, in most cases I try and keep me family and people away from the madness of YouTube as best as I can. My sister is insistent that she wants to be in one of these videos properly, so I've got a little comedy idea that, well, we'll see what she thinks about it, and we'll see what you think about it at some point in the future, I'm sure. Anyway, that was moving away from Wixall towards Whitchurch. I want to, in the rest of this video, focus on having the boat down at Wixall. It's such an extraordinary place. It's just so calm and peaceful and rural there. And there's lots of interesting little features you don't get many of, with proper old style wooden lift bridges. Why am I talking about it when I can just show you it right now? So as you can see, my friend, we're moored up just at the side of the canal here, and again the weather has managed to stick with us under a beautiful big old blue sky, and we're here at Wixall Junction. We've got the marina that just goes off down to the left hand side there, and we'll go and have a nose up from the top of the bridge here. You can see just how much we're surrounded by an awful lot of countryside. You've got Wixall mosses and basically just a huge area of marshland in that direction, with, well, an extreme amount of countryside and almost, I would describe it as inhabitable land, because obviously it's all marshy and boggy. And again, you can see in this direction just how flat it is. Let's have a look at it from up on the bridge here. How beautiful is that? I know it's a little bit rusty and what have you, but still, just enjoy it. As you can see, my friends, we've got the last hint of pink in the sky before it all starts to darken off. Just in the centre of the screen now, you've got the very tip of a barn. And of course, coming down, you can see the canal in its usual calm, almost mirror-like glory. If I focus in on the canal here, you can see it's currently covered in blossom and petals, because obviously it's springtime heading into summer. You see there's flies and fish and all sorts going on here. You see, or in the past when I was on Narrowboat Tilly, I used to see kingfishers down this area quite a lot. Anyway, that's a distraction. Let's get right in. Well, you might be able to hear or even just see a slight glimpse of somebody on a boat just there disappearing around the corner. It's about the third boat that I've seen today. There's a little bit of breeze in the air, which is going to be interesting, as I believe I'm going to have about a 20-mile bike ride back from this spot. So I suppose without further ado, should head back in. I've got a driving lesson. I might stop in town at my nan and granddad's overnight, because I will be visiting my dad's tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out what day of the week it is here, my friends. And then I will possibly get dropped off at Whitchurch and then walk down back to the boat about 5 miles or so here. So anyway, we'll see how it all goes. It's a very half-baked plan that I've put together there on the fly, but it's yeah. So this is the Prees branch. We're gonna hop onto the road from one of the lift bridges and then make our way across into just all of that greenery over there. Might hear the pigeons or doves or something behind me just kicking off. And here's the junction. If I start to zoom in here, that is the big old Mile Straight. Feels longer than a mile when you're going at boat speeds. We're at bridge number 1 here. As you can see, it's a proper old wooden lift bridge. I always like the braces or the buckles, whatever you call these extra bit of wires to strengthen the whole structure. So it does make it somehow look a little bit more skeletal and a little bit more feeble in some respects. It's a fair old amount of weight to be using a little handle to lift, to be fair. Amazing system. So at bridge number 2 on the Prees branch, we have got another wooden lift bridge. As you can see, it's been immaculately painted here. Absolutely beautiful looking thing. But just a slight curiosity with this one, you might be able to tell, just have a nosy up here while we're stood underneath it, taking some of the details of the mechanism. Anyway, what I wanted to say, you may notice that interestingly, instead of it being a solid side here, these are literally just hanging from chains that are hanging, well, on the front end at least, from the main chain structure up there. I'm not sure if this has got a slight angle to it, if I remember correctly. It certainly appears that way, looking at this here. But yeah, if you look at that, it almost looks like it's a slightly skewed shape, which I'm not sure. I wonder if that would account for the fact that the sides have got a little bit of freedom of movement in them. Anyway, just thought I'd share this with you. As you can probably tell by my bicycle and my rather attractive get up here, I've got a good old bike ride to do. Oh my goodness me, whoever thought let's moor up 20 odd miles away from where you work. Right, my friends, from this side of the canal you can clearly see the sort of skewed shape. You only have to look at the actual joints here and you can see just how much of a kilter they are on. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. Right, my friends, this is a surprisingly windy bike ride, which is not helping things, but if it's iconic places that look like they should be in films that you're after, look no further than this road. How fantastic is that? Just perfectly straight road, all the cow parsley bulging out of the hedgerows each side. And if I zoom in here, you can see when I say it's a straight old road that looks like, I don't know, the king and queen of Gondor should be walking down it or something. Absolutely wonderful place. And of course, just countryside in every direction that you look in anyway. So thank you very much for tuning in, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. There's plenty more proper boat life videos coming soon, as I've now got the grip on the situation basically. I've got hundreds of video clips and that are still going to be processed and edited and that over the coming weeks, and I hope you'll enjoy what I've got lined up. If you want to help me out, please do consider checking out my short books and paperback book. You'll find them all over on Amazon at narrowboatbooks.com, or links in the description. And of course, please do feel free to like the Facebook page, add me on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram, all that sort of stuff, where I post lots of the sort of rural boaty footage that you get in these videos and looking out of the boat windows. Anyway, until the next time, my friends, have an absolutely fantastic day. Keep it interesting, keep it boat worthy, and of course, my friends, farewell.